What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Marketing Reseller podcast. And today, guys, we're going to be going over how you should never allow yourself to stop growing. And I'm going to be going over a couple of examples here on what exactly I mean by that, and then we'll get into it. So, number one, guys, a lot of people, they go through school and let's just say, like grade school, early school, right? Elementary, high school, all that. But here's the deal, guys. If people typically don't go to college or something, they typically stop learning after high school. And then they kind of stay in the same place their entire life if they never, if they never pick up another book again. And raise your hand to yourself if you have heard of somebody who hasn't read a book since high school. I can't tell you guys how many people I have talked to who haven't read since high school. And a lot of the times you can tell as well. It's the same thing with college. Whenever people go through college, and they after college, that's it. They just go to work and then they never continue learning anymore. And you can tell with those people too. What happens, guys, is once you stop learning, you really become out of touch with reality in a sense. Like you get stuck in like a little bubble a lot of the times where you went through college, you think you know something, where you went through high school and you think you know something, and you think you know how everything is going to be for the rest of your life, when, guys, the world could literally be passing you by. So that's important to know. You need to continue learning. And guys, there has never been an easier time in human history to learn something than now. It's absolutely insane that right now I could go onto YouTube, I could listen to a 5-minute video, and I could learn something new. Absolutely insane. Think about that for a second, guys. Like just pause this podcast and sit back and think about it for 1 minute. Think about all of the things that you've been wanting to learn that you could literally just type into a search bar of Google and find an answer to. It's absolutely amazing. So I got a quick story about this, actually. So my grandmother, bless her heart, she's passed away. But whenever Ask Jeeves came out, and my grandmother was, she was in her 70s, right? But whenever that came out on the internet, she decided to start learning about the internet. And at the time, I was about 6 years old. And I still remember this. And she was like, whenever I asked a question that she didn't know, she's like, you know what, let's ask Jeeves, and that was a search engine back before you Googled stuff, right? And then we would actually find the answer using Ask Jeeves. And guys, to my grandmother, that was incredible to her. Absolutely incredible that you could literally just type something in and get an answer immediately. Because in her days, you didn't have that. You didn't have that opportunity to learn that quickly. You had to go search. You had to go to libraries. You had to read. You had to ask other people questions. There was so many things you had to do just to learn something. And nowadays, it's literally given to us, and most of us just don't even take advantage of it. And honestly, I think this is one of the biggest reasons why people stop learning, is because there's too much information. So one thing you need to do is you need to hone in on exactly what you want to learn, because I think that's incredibly important to where you want to grow as a person. Is be tactical about what you want to learn about. I tell you guys that story about my grandmother because it's important to note what the times that we are in. We are in the information age. And guys, there's not an easier time to be able to make money right now. Like, all you have to do is get some information and then learn it, obviously, apply it, and you can make money. It's people do this with day trading. They do this with phone flipping. They do this with there's so many different things that people do now, and that they can make money from, that they can just learn about first. It's absolutely incredible. And yet people are still out here making excuses on why they can't make money. It actually blows my mind that people make excuses for why they can't make more money when literally there's information out there that shows people exactly what to do. If you have access to a phone, Wi-Fi, or even cellular data, you can learn something and apply it quickly. There's something out there for everybody in every walk of life, right? I mean, guys, there's people over in Africa that don't have it nearly as good as us in America, and they are smarter than most of us over here. By far, they are geniuses. I can't tell you guys how many times I've met people from, especially in the phone flipping space. It's amazing how many people are in this space from over there. These guys, it's truly amazing how smart they are, and they learned it from just having access to the internet. All you have to have is a little bit of access, and you can go a long way. So, guys, I challenge you today. If you haven't upgraded yourself in the past year or so, what I want you to do is I want you to get very clear on something that you want to learn about, and then start looking it up and start learning about it. And do this, dedicate 30 days to learning something brand new. 30 days, that's it. And see what happens after that. Get out there and win, guys. And I'll see you guys in the next podcast.